So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we're going to do the weekly movie hunt. Yeah. So let's get out into some stores. There's some new releases coming out this week. Some I'm expecting to see in Walmart or Barnes & Noble. There's some new releases that I'm not expecting to see that I've ordered from Amazon. And then I'm looking for a couple collectible items. So let's get out. Let's do some hunting. Let's have some fun. Let's get into the video. What are we waiting for? Let's go. Yep, let's make our way into Walmart, a wet Walmart morning here. Let's go in here and see what they got in the regular section here. You got Captain America, Brave New World, 4K. I thought I had a loose disc there for a second. Here's the Walmart exclusive right here. This looks like it's got a pop-up. That's Blu-ray only, though. So that's $29. They only got one copy of that. And here's your cover artwork for the standard Blu-ray, $24.96. And then they got the 4-film collection down there for Blu-ray. And then they do have it on DVD as well. Then they got the Mickey 17 4K. That's a nice looking slip. There is a Steelbook of that, which I didn't expect to see in Walmart. It's pretty much sold out everywhere. That's $29. Then they got Landman. They got the Blu-ray. I think that's a pretty good price there for $24. That's season 1. I've seen a little bit of that. I like it. I think I like it better than some of those Yellowstone. I'm not a big fan of that. And then they got the stuff left over from the previous week. Sonic 3. Pretty decent selection here at this Walmart. So over here on this side is where they put their Steelbooks, and they do have the double feature of the Masters of the Universe animated series, Revelation and Revolution. That was from Netflix, so it's nice to see Netflix actually release physical media, even though it's not 80s classics. There's your Walmart exclusive Steelbook of Wanted. That's the 4K of that. I think that's Walmart exclusive. Put it in the comments down below, let me know. So those are cool. Then that's the 3 previous releases we've seen. Attack on Titan. They still have the Evil Dead and Renfield. Escape Plan, Evil Dead Rise, Oppenheimer. So nice Steelbook selection. And then back over here, Gladiator, Tulsa King. Still got Den of Thieves, Craven. It looks like most of the Lionsgate stuff they do get 4Ks of, and then the Universal stuff they only get the Blu-rays. And then they did, I'll just give you a quick glance, they had the quote section and the glow-in-the-dark covers. There's Twisters, there's Blade Trilogy. We've seen most of this. I like to look in every Walmart because randomly a different title will pop up. And then here's their collections. I don't see anything different here, do you? I don't think they've added anything since last week. Got a couple of things marked down. Thanks. And then over here, this Vincent Price collection, I'm going to go ahead and let you know. Walmart had it for $27, and you could do an in-store pickup. So I'm going to see if I can get it for that price. I mean, that's $12 off just for ordering it online. I wonder why that's on sale on the website but not in the store. Maybe they'll mark it down soon. Look, as I was leaving, they got a Super Dad shirt. Think that's for me? And we'll check the toys out before we leave. I'm just giving you a quick glance. They don't have a lot of anything that I'm interested in. I thought I would show you those sets we looked at a couple weeks ago. Those are only $10. So that's kind of neat. Can you actually build those Bumblebee and Optimus Prime for that? But they got the NWO there that's not going to sell. And they do have the Finn Balor Ultimate Edition, and they got Solo Sokoa, and they got Lex Luger, which I don't 100% like that face scan, but I'm glad he actually made it into the Hall of Fame finally. It doesn't look like they added too much else here. So let's get out of here. And we'll go into Barnes & Noble next, or Barnes & Noble bookseller. See what we can find. They got a Father's Day section up here in the front. Look at this. He's going to fight you. That's kind of cheesy, but oh well. You know, I had to pick that up. Reusable snack tray. Look, you can put it around your beer bottle and have some snacks with you. I'm pretty sure I heard Mid-Level Media talk about this. They've got a Kino Lorber for 50% off sale. So there's the Vice Squad Blu-ray that just came out, and the Vice Squad 4K. So at 50% off, it makes the prices attractive. B.M. Maria, I think that's an early release in Barnes & Noble. I don't think that's supposed to be out for a couple weeks now. I think it's about the filming of The Last Tango in Paris. So they got Brick, Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead, Sudden Death. In and Out's pretty good. The Longest Yard is excellent. I love that movie. Hey, Marathon Man. Might be time to pick that up at a 50% off sale, especially if it's still got a slip cover. Those older releases sometimes don't have the slips. So they do have most of their stuff pulled over here, it looks like. It's like that. Escape New York doesn't have a slip. So they've got the Foul Play 4K, Career Opportunities 4K, Turbulence. Very underrated Ray Liotta movie. Snake Eyes with Nick Cage. What do you think of that Spider-Man Noir series that he's going to do? And they got Prime Cut with Lee Marvin, Gene Hackman, rest in peace. Clint Eastwood stuff for a few dollars more. Cross Creek. Sneakers. I've been holding off getting that. That might be a good time to get that. Rules of Engagement. I've got that on Blu-ray. No Way Out, I already have that. North Dallas 40, I have that. Manchurian Candidate. The Lady Killers is very underrated. I even like the remake of that with Tom Hanks. So yeah, I might have to pick this sneakers up. Over here, man, it looks like the same stuff as last week. So
that's Bush League.
Still got some of that Paramount stuff. So somebody told me they're having an anime sale. So let's look at the anime stuff. I don't know anything about this. So put in the comments down below if you like any of these. 10% off. That's not much. That looks kind of neat. I've obviously seen a lot of these in Walmart and other stores, and I've just never bought it. I remember Target had a lot of anime before they got rid of their Blu-ray section. Is that Lord of the Rings movie animated? Is that really anime? But let me know in the comments down below if any of that is a good way to start watching some anime. I'll give a quick glance over here at the TV stuff. Why do they keep adding these old seasons of Star Trek: The Next Generation?
Insane.
Look, I can't even move them around. And they got the spider tags on them or whatever they're called. The last time I bought a movie in here, they had those on there. They couldn't even get the damn thing off up at the register. I had to stand there for like 5 minutes until they got somebody to help. I don't see anything else new added on here. The A24 stuff is bleeding over into the Criterions, but they do have the Andromeda strain. I think that's new this week. So it would be 30% off. And, yep, just the normal A24 stuff that's already been out. Brutalist. So that is the 4K of the Andromeda strain. But they got the big special editions of most of these A24 titles, including Midsommar. And then they got the script books for a lot of that stuff. Over here on the end cap, they do have Landman, which we saw that in Walmart. Black Bag. They've got the Blu-ray. My Dead Friend Zoe. Mickey 17. Yellow Jackets. I haven't watched much of that. There's that Bridget Jones movie, but only on DVD. So We'll give a quick glance here, see if we see anything new. Since they pulled all the Kino stuff over, well, here's some more. Most of it, there's probably not going to be a lot to look at over here. That's a Shout Select title. Should I get that? Let me know if the 4K of that, the upgrade's worth it. I've got it on Blu-ray. The Joker with a slip. Bunch of stuff with those spider tag wrap things on them, whatever they call it for security, that's tearing up the covers. Well, they didn't pull all of the Kino stuff over there, so that would be 50% off. That Deep Blue Sea was only 20% off when I looked it up last week, in case you guys were wondering. So those big sets are expensive in here. Conan with no slip. Lowered expectation. Got several Mission Impossible Steelbooks. The 4K Steelbooks. I didn't know what that was. That's the live action Mulan movie. What's this? Once Upon a Time in the West. That is a nice slipcover. I got that big 4K set though. That's cool. There's a To Kill a Mockingbird. That's the regular 4K edition, but it's the big gift set, gift box, whatever you want to call it. It's got a bunch of swag with it. So I just got that as part of that 3 for $33 sale on Amazon. Watch that video, check out that haul that I did. They do still have Reservoir Dogs. Look at that. That'd be really cheap. 20% off of that. Still with the slip cover for the 4K. That's a really good transfer too. The Exorcist without a slip cover. I'm not seeing a whole lot else in this section. Before I go out, look, they have anime and they also have some swag over here, some collectibles. Look at that odd thing there. What in the hell is that supposed to be? And look at this. This is like what Nightmares are made of here. Who would want that thing? That one's normal, but not that one. So I'm going to dip my head into, well, and the rest of me, into Target here. Hopefully it won't be a bunch of trash. So I'm going to look at the collectibles. They got this Batman clearanced. We saw it way cheaper, though, at the Target when I went to the movie the other week. Cheaper than that. Any interesting pops? Elvira. Wall-E. Oh, it's Valentine's. They just stick something, a heart with them and re-release the same damn one. Damn, this has been ravaged. Where is everything? They don't even have any NECA figures. What is going on? Hopefully it's a reset. Because they sure as hell don't have anything in here. Oh well, let's get over to the figures. So this is where the wrestling figures are in this store. So they did have Rosie. This is the regular one. There's a Chase version, I think, that's got his superhero in training. His shit attire. Then they got Angle. And here's the Carlito. At least it's got a cloth shirt. He's got an apple. Then they got this pay-per-view Sting. That's the Target exclusive AEW Sting. They got these Netflix 2-packs that were, I thought, were Walmart exclusives at first. There's a Greatest Hits Rey Mysterio. Where's the rest of them? Got Hogan chilling out down there.
We've been hanging and banging, brother.
What's up with this big fart blaster that doesn't fart? So here's a closer look at that Sting. The one head doesn't have all the face paint on it. But it looks like it's got a bat with the date of the pay-per-view on there. Looks basically almost like the same Sting they released before. So I think I'll pass. Maybe they'll clearance it down and I'll get one. Well, look at this. I found this end cap. It's not even with the wrestling figures. It's got the Greatest Hits stuff on there. Here's what I was talking about with one of you guys. That's a re-release of, like, I think a Series 2 Elite Batista, which killed the value of the original one. Look, there's Hulk Hogan. He's got a fruit roll up in his mouth. Same with this. That Ron Simmons, that figure used to be worth like $100. I can't even give it away for $25 now because they re-released that one. Oh, look, there's a national treasure, R-Truth, with his Judgment Day shirt on. We've seen most of that wave before. I just hadn't seen the R-Truth. We got the final boss. So what do you think when he'll come? When do you think he'll come back on the television?
It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, that's what I think of The Rock. Just throw him on the floor. There's CM Punk. So it's a mix of the greatest hits and then that wave with Punk in it. There's that Undertaker. I made that joke, said he looked like the kid from A Christmas Story, all bundled up, can't even move his head. Then you got the re-releases of the Usos, which same thing, kill the value of the other ones. Thanks, Mattel. So they're running out of ideas. They're just re-releasing the same figures over again, just changing some paint on them a little bit. Oh well. The same section is where the Simpsons and Marvel and DC are. Look here, here's a multiverse. That's kind of cool. Hey, and here's a Flash figure. So I went months with no new DC stuff, and now in the last 2 weeks we saw new stuff. That's kind of cool. So, anybody know anything about that character? I'll look it up, see if it's worth anything. You got a clearance section. That DC figure really wasn't that worth that much. Look, there's the last pay-per-view figure. Wardlow. Somebody told me he might be trying to get in the WWE. Here's some clearance figures here. I go figure nobody wants that JBL. Oh well. Not too much else in here.
Well, up and at 'em. We're here.
So we're going to go into one more Walmart. I'm looking for the Bloody Disgusting stuff. So that one Walmart had just some clearance stuff, but it was pretty much empty. Well, we'll look in here. So there's your Captain America. There's Brave New World 4K. They got the Landman Blu-ray, Mickey 17 4K, and Blu-ray and DVD. Got the Captain America 4 movie collection on Blu-ray and DVD. And over here, this is their $5 section. They actually have one in this store. Got some Looney Tunes. I doubt that Twister is $5. That's probably priced wrong. Hey, we were just talking about Varsity Blues. 3-pack of Police Academy, the first Saw. There's that Cheech and Chong Get Out of My Room. That's one of the only way you can get that Cheech and Chong special. Got Under the Boardwalk with an orange case if you need those. There's Michael Keaton's Jack Frost. I don't think that has a Blu-ray release. And The Stand. So pretty decent section. Over here they got some Pops. Look, there's some Thunderbolts, Bucky, The Electric State, Snow White, and all of those Captain Americas. Who the hell's going to buy all those things? They'll be clearance.
Yeah.
And they got a bunch of anime figures. And they got these new UFC figures here, like little minis. It comes in like cool, like a punching bag. That's kind of neat. So it's an action figure in there with some swag, like some stickers and stuff. Oh well, I'm not into UFC much anymore. So they did have this section here, which is now trending. It's got a few new things on it. Star Wars, Mean Girls, Baby Yoda, some stained glass Darth Vader, some No Weenies Allowed, Family Guy shirts and plush, Brian and Stewie. They got some socks and a ale And then they got Family Guy and multiple shows there. Those little clips. Got a Zen Garden, Jurassic Park stuff. Whoa, wait a minute. Look at this. It's a whole new section. We'll look at this right here. Look. It's a new Bloody Discussion section. They got Megan. Already seen that figure before. We got Megan plush, and then you got the Nun and some Nun plush. Got some Annabelle. That's kind of neat. Annabelle Comes Home. That's a little heavy. So, that's what it looks like on the back. What is this? Socks. Conjuring socks. Yeah, that's what I need. A Conjuring sock and a bowl to eat out of. They got some of these more of these universal bag clips. Looks like the only one from Halloween is Dr. Loomis. Got some Art the Clown Bloody plush. Look at there. $17. I don't think so.
Nothing. I just don't want to do it.
Got some Friday the 13th bag clips. Hey, a Jaws. Look at here. Oh, what's this? A Jaws Zen Garden. That's got to be one of the smallest Zen Gardens I've ever seen, but that's kind of cool. And then they got a cup. Got the logo on it. Kind of plain, but you never know. I might get that.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chum some of this shit.
Anybody wants to buy me something, that's what I would buy. Jaws merchandise. That's my favorite movie. The Conjuring. Looks like some pins. American Psycho shirt. That's kind of neat. American Psycho figure. Look, a little VHS case. It's got a 6-pin set. That kind of reminds me of like that stuff that they had, the VHS tapes at Spirit Halloween. And then they got a little figure here. At least it's unpunched. And it's got his business card on the back. Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Little notebook. Got a Friday the 13th shirt. That's pretty neat. Like a baseball jersey. What is this? Oh, it's like a figure. That's kind of cool. That light there I've got, you probably see it in the background of my videos. Got some more Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. And then got these Goosebumps figures. These are cool. Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Looks like there's 5 in the set. And they got a Build-A-Figure in it. Go figure. That would be the only one I'd probably want there. Night of the Living Dummy. You a big dummy? Do they have all of them? It looks like it because I think there's the last one. The Haunted Mask. Reminds me of the Mask. I'll pick them all up later. Here's the last one. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. So it's like a little display stand with each one of these. With the book cover on it. And then you can build a bonehead. So it's like they got 2 of each in this display. I'll pick them all up. That would be probably the only one I would want. I really like that story. So cool. A brand new Bloody Disgusting display popped up in this store. And just to give it a quick look, they did have a few other movies over here. There's some Hallmark. There's My Dead Friend Zoe. We saw that in Barnes & Noble. Striking Rescue. Yeah, what's with Morgan Freeman popping up in all these movies? 24 Hours of D-Day. There's that Better Man. I have no interest in seeing that whatsoever. You guys let me know if it's any good. Black Bag, they've got the DVD and the Blu-ray. I do think there's a 4K of that. So they just don't have it. Good cast. I just don't know if that'd be something I'd like. You guys give me your opinion. Have you seen Black Bag? Is it worth it? Panda Bear in Africa. Really? So they're ripping off Kung Fu Panda now? The Cleaner. I think this is all stuff we've seen before. Nothing new. Check out my review of that on the channel, St. Patrick's Day Massacre. And then I'll just show you the TV stuff because they did have a few things marked down. Boardwalk Empire. All the Walking Dead stuff is reduced a little bit. Even Fear. Babylon 5 is reduced. $31 for The Office. That's a good deal. The Expanse, Fallen Skies, both reduced. So check out your TV sections if you've been interested in picking some stuff up. Most of the stuff is 10 to 20% off. So that's pretty good. Vikings. The Game of Thrones, that's the Blu-ray set. South Park still regular price though. Yeah, Person of Interest, The Flash. Still not enough to get me to buy most of it, but oh well. And then last but not least, they have their Steelbook section over here. Tommy Boy still there. Renfield, World War Z. A lot of Walmart exclusives there. Before we leave, I'll show you their toy section has got some clearance stuff, so check your Walmarts. Looks like especially if you like Jurassic Park, a lot of that stuff's marked down. They need to mark down all that Godzilla Kong shit. Look at that. Well, they do have that one. Oh, yeah. I need that when I do my reviews. I'll actually get one of those masks and wear it too. What do you think? Turtle shit's on sale. Some plush, some DC plush. Who would have bought that anyway? They'd have to clearance it. No clearance on the Star Wars figures, although they might have a few new ones there. Marvel is all those little figures. Hey, they do have that Banshee. I don't remember seeing that one last week. Transformers. Even got Transformers plush. Jeez. There's their sets I was talking about, another Walmart. There's your NWO for life. So they got a few of the Monday Night Wars. You got Triple H in his DX shirt. British Bulldog. That's the Golga set. These are two different sets. LA Knight there. You got Bret Hart. Ultimate. Oh God, they got these slap bands. I know I told somebody I wasn't going to go down that rabbit hole. Let's get out of here. So we'll take a look online to see what came out this week. You got the Captain America Brave New World. There's your standard 4K release. Then you got the Steelbook beside that. That's okay. It doesn't look terrible. You got Mickey 17. You got the 4K Steelbook. You got the regular Mickey 17 with the slipcover, which we saw in Walmart. You got the Andromeda Strain 4K from Arrow, and I didn't expect to see that just chilling out on the shelf in Barnes & Noble, but we saw it. You got the Crazies 4K Steelbook. That's a Lionsgate limited release. I did a video about that, so check it out, please. Black Bag 4K came out. We got Dune Prophecy 4K. We only saw the DVD of that in Walmart. We've got May, which is another Lionsgate limited release. Check that out. I talked about that in that same video. We got the Bikini Car Wash Company 1 and 2 double feature or bubble feature. Kick-Ass 4K Steelbook. I didn't buy that because I've got the Best Buy exclusive, so looks to me about the same. Better Man 4K. I'm not interested in that movie at all for some reason. Masters of the Universe Revelation and Revolution double Steelbook. We got Vice Squad 4K. We got Demolition Man. I guess that's just the standard 4K release. We got Wanted 4K Steelbook. Pretty sure that's a Walmart exclusive. We got the Captain America Brave New World. I think that's the Walmart. I don't know. There is a Walmart exclusive Blu-ray with a pop-up in it. Then we got Black Bag Blu-ray. We saw that in Walmart. We got Tunnel Vision, which is an old movie. I think I'm gonna do a video about that. Talk about that movie. I don't think a lot of people know about that movie. We got the Landman Season 1 Blu-ray. We saw that in Walmart. Crack in the World. The Wind Will Carry Us. Mickey 17 Blu-ray. You got the Mad Max 5 film collection 4K set. And there's Captain America Brave New World. Like I said, one of those Blu-rays is a Walmart exclusive with a pop-up. You got The End. You got the Pete Walker Crime Collection. I'm pretty sure that's a Kino Cult release, which I'll have to get. Striking Rescue. We saw the DVD of that in Walmart. Room 666 and Room 999. And then we got Bridget Jones Mad About the Boy Blu-ray. The Naked Witch, which you know by that title, I'll definitely have to get that. Doom Prophecy, the complete first season Blu-ray. The House of Clocks, Daddy Dearest, and Juice, new 2K restorations. We got some anime. You got the House of Witchcraft, the House of Lost Souls, some more anime. There's your Vice Squad Blu-ray. I was surprised to see those in that 4K in Barnes & Noble. The Sweet House of Horrors. You got the Captain America 4 movie collection, which we saw. Visceral. There's your Blu-ray of Demolition Man. Millionaire's Express and Brave the Dark. And I don't think anything else came out. So we got a lot of good catalog releases. We got good Steelbooks and a couple of new releases there with Captain America Mickey 17. Let me know in the comments down below what you picked up, and then we'll go ahead and close out the video. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm JevMan316, your pop culture reporter. That's me on the sign, JevMan316 Live. That's where me and you join together, talk about pop culture, talk about physical media, talk about wrestling, anything else you want to talk about while watching along to a movie. We usually do it Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Come on over. So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and close out the video and let you know, if you go into Walmart, you're going to find one of two things. One, you're either going to find an old bloody disgusting display that's got some clearance items, and I'm going to do a video where I show you some things that I picked up. Or you're going to find, like I did in this hunt, you're going to find a Walmart that's done a reset and you got some new bloody disgusting items along with some other stuff like Family Guy, Jurassic Park. So that's why we do these hunts, just to have some fun, and you never know when you're going to randomly find something. So tune into the videos each week. We'll have some fun going into some stores. We'll act silly, we'll act crazy like we always do. So I really appreciate you guys supporting me. I got the weekly movie haul, which is probably not a huge one, but got some stuff to show you. Got a few things in the mail that's stacked up right over here beside me. That'll be in a separate video. Like I said, going to do a bloody disgusting video. Going to do a couple of cool things this week. Might do an unboxing of something. Got to do a movie review that I promised you of the Camp Blood 9 movie. That's coming. I've just been really busy, but I got some time off on Memorial Day, so I'll be able to catch up on some videos. So while I'm doing all that, watch anything that I post, and when you do, throw a like on it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. I really appreciate the support you guys give me. Watch my video that I just did another one of. I had a couple of DVDs that I found again that had some stuff on there that are not on the Blu-rays. So keep those DVDs. And then I've got another one in mind. Yeah, I've got another one in mind where I'm going to show you some cool menus that I love on some DVDs, and the ones on the Blu-rays kind of suck compared to that. But yeah, lots of fun stuff coming up on the channel. Got a thrifting video with my wife. Got we went to the flea market. I got a couple cool things coming up on the channel, so enjoy all the content. If you are a subscriber, you rock. If you aren't, please consider subscribing, free of charge. And then you can enjoy the hunts and the hauls and everything else I do here, pop culture related. But hit the notification bell. Once you subscribe, you'll know when I post new videos. So until next time, boys and girls, as always, this has been JevMan316. I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.